time because I have broken undisputed impression. So I pray for the people. But let me now believe that because people love me, I will be there for 90 to 100 years while children coming up to believe us. How will I do that? Looking for me on that, trust me. But now they have no vision of their own that. And vision them well. Because myself will pray to God for vision not to work. Because I need time for myself. I need time for my children. I need time for myself. So this is not a must. And then promoting like believe that the leader. This is who I am and what I want. So the revolution is a good one. I hope the next government are coming will take that responsibility.
Distinguished colleagues, this is a two-faced issue.
This is a critical issue in this country, and we must stand up and speak the truth. Because for you to use the fact that prior to printing, it means you already telling me print. But before you print, come up to me. There is nothing in that paragraph that indicated that money should be printed.
The essence of this exercise, the essence of this exercise is to know the facts. Everybody will have the opportunity to ask questions if you so desire.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. What a pleasant way to welcome all of you to Freedom Hub on 87.9. This is the official voice of Freedom Communications Incorporated. My name is Khan Oliver Kine. I'm here today with Princess Alexa Vanja Colley on this wonderful Tuesday afternoon in Monrovia. It is all black and purple in Nimba County. The Liberian senator from Nima County has been laid to lie in state there at the Liberia Capitol building. The late Senator Prince Yomin Johnson is currently lying in state at the Liberian capital with several Liberians, including officials of the Liberian government, going there to pay their tribute. Earlier on yesterday, the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Yuma Boakai, was at the Liberian capital signing the book of condolence for the fallen Nima County senator. Right after he left, the honorable former president of the country, His Excellency Dr. George Manawea, also paid his tribute by signing the book of condolence up Capitol. It followed with several other lawmakers, individuals in the Liberian executive, the judiciary, and of course the Liberian legislature, where the senator is a member. Better still, was a member. Too many things happening in the country. A lot of issues going on in the Republic of Liberia. A Liberian citizen, Tom, has decried some inhumane treatment being meted out against him by individuals believed to be secret state security apparatus members from the state security apparatus, the secret service of the state, as state secret service agents, according to what he revealed, were able to torture him or force him to implicate himself, force him to incriminate himself in the situation involving the Liberian Capitol building fire saga. Is it something good? Is it something in line with due process? This, in the minds of several human rights institutions, is an attitude that will be considered crimes against humanity. When you subject people to inhumane treatment, when as a matter of fact they are not guilty of any crime, it is against their human rights. And this is not what we should be having in a democratic space. The Republic is in trouble. On the flip side of issues, the former light of Montserrat County, the senator of Montserrat County, Senator Abraham Dallas DeLon, has apologized to former President George Manawea for criticizing the use of private jet during his administration. You did not get it. I said the former light. The current senator of Montserrat County, Senator Abraham Dallas DeLon, has apologized to President Weah for criticizing the Liberian former president over the use of private jet when he served as the president of this country, especially during all of his foreign trips across the world. Is DeLon sincere? Is he apologizing because he doesn't want people to blame him for being so quiet on Bwaka riding private jet? Is DeLon trying to win the hearts of the Liberian people for the second time? Can we trust his admittance? Is his apology something to consider? Is he making mockery out of the Liberian people? What is DeLon's position? What do you think of his quote-unquote apology? Join the conversation as Alexa and I will be unraveling all of these issues, all of these critical issues right here on the People Station. Before then, we have over 300,000 Liberian dollars in stock. And of course, that amount is going to be distributed amongst all of you who will be winning today. Yes, with each of you winning $4,000, $4,000 just by playing 100 Liberian dollars, and you are lucky enough you could win for yourself 4,000 Liberian dollars on the platform. The code remains the same. You dial *799#, you select Freedom as port number 11, and that will take you directly to the platform. And subsequently, the more you play, the better your chances are. So over 300,000, it depends on how well you play, and we're going to be distributing that amount to all of you, a lot of people. So of that amount, If you're lucky, you could win $4,000. If you're overly lucky, you could win as many times. It depends how well you play, how many times you play, and as a matter of fact, if luck is on your side. We take few bars of our team song when we come back. Alexa and I will begin the conversation. Firstly, with the situation of the late senator of Nimba County, the Honorable Senator Prince Yomi Johnson. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
For all of our Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, we are safely stopping for all of our.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self-owner, Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety.
Hey, Crime Stoppers, the people bringing safety to our community. Alexa, good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon, Oliver, and I would like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. However, where you're joining us, we'd like to say welcome to today's edition of Freedom Hub on 87.9 FM. We're live on Facebook, Freedom Radio Liberia. We're as well live on YouTube. So we have a lot to talk about. Today seems to be a sad day for some people, and it also seems to be a day where we are seeing a lot of different things that maybe people did not expect, and some people did expect. So we have a lot to talk about. But before we go into, our discussion of today, I would like to use this time to say happy birthday to our Ted Guru right here at Freedom Radio Liberia, Freedom FM. Chris, would like to say happy birthday to you. We wish you all the best, however, where you are celebrating today. We wish you long life. We wish you prosperity, and, we hope you live long to continue to thrive and just be a better version of yourself. So I'd like to say happy birthday to you, Chris Apple.
Okay, yeah, so that is fair enough. Christopher Poe is the head of technical services here at Freedom Communications Incorporated. Happy birthday to you, my dear Peking. I'm told he's munching on a birthday cake at the moment in the building, and so yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's a good start.
Munching on a birthday cake with the rest of the crew members. I mean, a lot of them in the building. They're feasting on his birthday cake. So happy birthday to you, Christopher Sapo. Chris Sapo. Chris and Christopher are the same thing?
Of course, it's the same thing.
So the abbreviated form of Christopher is Chris.
Yeah, even though you have people with just Chris and you have people with just Christopher. But
yeah, because Chris too can be Christian. There's a name called Christian, right. So it could be Christopher, Christian, Chriso. Yeah, different.
A lot of nicknames.
So regardless of whatever the case is, happy birthday to you, our dear brother. But the Nimba County Senator Prince Yomi Johnson, the late senator of Nimba County, is currently lying in state. When you go to the Liberian Capitol building, you will find the body of the senator, with the Liberian flag and members of the armed forces of Liberia providing, with their guard of honor, where you found one person standing at the head of the coffin and another person at the bottom part of the coffin, and there was chain shift. That is the national. It's part of the national ritual, especially for state funerals. So that is what we have. But Alexa, Senator Johnson lying in state. What's the feelings? Then we can run to different conversation, because I have seen a lot
I mean,
today I've seen a lot of fake cries.
I mean, we want to go to that,
I've
right?
seen a lot of other issues, but I want to know what's your take on, the senator. I mean, I've spoken to the senator one time,
I also have.
and I think it was on that same day.
No.
Okay, you spoke to him on a different day.
Him on a different day.
Yeah, so I spoke to the senator one time. One time we spoke on the telephone. It was about a 19 minutes conversation. I mean, I know what he said. I'm not going to say it here. But yeah, what is it from your end?
So, I would just like to put this out there, right? Usually when a person dies, you will see a lot of different, condolence messages, and you will see that from tons of people. Some are family members, some are friends, some are well wishers, and some are not, because some people are just carried away when a person dies, like the emotion, and they try to just imagine being in that position, or the person's family's position, because you start to think like, what exactly will be my my reaction if I'm going to lose a loved one, right? So whenever that happens, you see a lot of different things, a lot of different views. But of recent, someone made a statement. I don't know if it was just an individual more. Someone said something about, whenever people die, we are always just there with the good stuff. You know what I mean? It is not a bad thing to sympathize. Like, it is definitely not a bad thing. We're always there with the good stuff, even when we are aware that we did not have any kind of cool relationship, with that person. And the person went ahead and said, it is actually fakery to do something like that, because within yourself, you're aware that, you and maybe Alexa, you guys were not cool, or you and Alexa had some sort of I don't know how to call it, but maybe during her last days, you guys were not cool, and you know it. But then, unfortunately, Alexa had died. So you want to be there to say all the good stuff about Alexa, and you know you were not cool. So some people are saying, or some people usually say, it's fakery. So when the person said that, I actually took to that a lot, because I mean, I'm not here to judge anybody, but we see that a lot. Whenever someone dies, like, everybody says the good stuff. No one is there to say, oh, Oliver used to do the one, Eliza used to do the one. Everything is just, oh, she was such a good person. Like, she was compassionate. She was like this. She was like that. So the person says something like that. And I just thought to share that right here today, because I know we have somewhere we're going to land at the end of the day. But I do think also,
we're not going to spend more time on
exactly.
Yeah.
I do think also it is really a sad moment. I think it is really a sad thing to lose, a loved one. It is a sad thing to lose someone people really looked up to when that person was alive. Someone who had like just different groups with different narratives. And when you just start to think about it and put yourself in that position, you start to be like, wow, it is really sad. And you start to wish the family well. You start to wish the family, strength. And you just start to say, I wish all of you will be consoled by God. And I'm also praying that your loved ones' soul will rest in peace. So what I saw today, like, I did not see a lot from different online TV stations or stuff, but just on the social media and just scrolling, right, you will see a lot of different things from people of name by county. They're like, there's so much, I don't know how to say, they're hurt because that was someone they looked up to, right? So Prince Johnson, as a senator or as an individual, he had different sides, and for some people he was something else, and others he was also something else. So today we're seeing mixed reactions. We're seeing just things that different people are expressing different things and different feelings. It is based on how they saw him and the individual he was to them. So I think it is a sad thing, and the fact that now you have a lot of people, you had a huge number of citizens at the Capitol. You had different young people from Monrovia, from just different parts of Liberia, being there just to pay their last respects. Also, we saw lawmakers, we saw senators, we also saw, vice president, and that was that. Like, it is like a whole lot, and people paid the tributes. People said different words, and people shared their relationships, they had with him while he was still around here with us. And like you said, I also had an interaction with him. That's not something to say on the radio, but we did have an interaction one day, of course. But I think everyone is just like this, and everyone is just like thinking, is he really dead? Is that the Prince Johnson, we talked about? Is that the Prince Johnson who had a lot of different audios and videos all around the country? People will play and people will analyze. So like, he is no more. So at the end of the day, I think everyone has an ultimate end, and you don't know when it is going to be, because I'm still sure people are in shock. They did not imagine that we would be at this point discussing, Senator Johnson being a dead person right now. No one actually thought about that. And I still maintain that I wish his wife all the best, and may God console her, because she's so much hurt. His children, his family members, his friends, and people who really looked up to him to a certain extent. Okay. I really hope all of them will be consoled, really.
Okay, so basically, I'm not going to go all through that angle. The point is, and it's good Alexa is a female. She's this compassionate person. We are
being compassionate is not about gender, for the record.
So, for us, we're brutal intellectuals. Like Cici, what is the name? Metin would say. We love to go the brutal level, but because it is funeral, so will not be brutal as usual. But like what Elisa said, it is something the Mbayans did not expect, because the people are not sick. I mean, at least when the person's sick for a long time, you say, "Oh, the women sick." Let's prepare ourselves. But the Mbayans didn't prepare for Senator Johnson passing. And that's one brilliant part that she highlighted. More to that, it is still a shock to a lot of people, including his immediate family members. They are still feeling the pinch of it, and it's going to take time before they come to terms with the fact that their daddy, their pastor, their father, their grandfather, their senator, and their bossman, is no longer on the face of the earth of us. It's going to take a long time. That is exactly what it is. But on behalf of us here, like Elisa said, she spoke to him a particular time. I have had my own portion of the conversation with Senator Johnson. I mean, it was when he called me that day. It was very clear. I'm not going to hide the content of the conversation. There was this day, Alexa and I had a radio show here. It was in 2021. I'm sure 2021, around there.
No, it was about
oh my God.
Yeah,
I'm sneezing.
End of 2021, something like that. Yeah.
Either the latter part of 2021 or the beginning of 2022. Yeah. Somewhere around there, we were having a conversation, and that was when I was very concerned. And Elisha and I had a conversation on this issue of the War Crimes Code establishment. The presidential debate in 2017 that was held at the Pinsville Town Hall. Mr. Benani Yuri of the ALP, Mr. Alexander Cummings of the ANC, current President Joseph Boakai, at the time he was the political leader of the United Party, Simon Fremel of the MPC. The four of them went to, including Councillor Charles Walker Bromskin, the late. They were all at the Pinsville Town Hall, and this question was asked by the organizers. Deepening Democracy Coalition, the organizers, they were the ones who were hosting the stuff. So they asked the question about what the individual position of each of those presidential candidates with reference to the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Code in the country. No, all of those presidential candidates, including President Joseph Boakai, at that event, made it clear that in 2017, we got the recordings here. They made it clear that they would not support the establishment of War Crimes Code. The late Councillor Bronskin said it. He said he will not prioritize establishing War Crimes Code. Rather, they will go for the Palala method of reconciliation. Alexander Cummings said it was not essential. It was not an issue of national audiences, so he didn't care about establishing war crimes code. He would rather, go on the TRC recommendation, which has to do with we got the recordings and we can play it any day I want to. We play the recordings because we played it before. Now we also play. They play the Carrisburg. Better not Yuri. We play his stuff, and we played the voice of President Bouaka in 2017. All of them who went to that debate, they made it clear that they were not going to organize, set up anything called war crimes code in the country. That was the debate in 2017. Now, when they went to the election, the reason they did that because they knew that in 2017 they were going to the process. At the end of it, they knew that if any of them had gone to the second round, Senator Prince Johnson support would be needed. So Bronskin did not talk about establishing code. Bouaka did not talk about it. Cummins did not talk about it. Ure did not talk about it because all of them thought they would have had a chance in the second round. And by doing so, it would require Senator Johnson's support. They did not mention opening code.
There were no comments about that.
Now, after the elections, when they all lost the process and President Weah won the elections, he became president because Senator Johnson supported him in 2017. All of them who have earlier on gone to Pinsville Town Hall to say, oh, the code not important, because Weah became president and Senator Johnson peace to his actions and George Weah became cool and very close, all of them opened the mouth. They say war crime code Mokam, Cummins and people war crime code every day. CPP argument, when Weah was in power, they had over 3 million protests in this country to establish war crimes code. UP, Liberty Party, ANC, ALP. When George Weah was president, they had over 30 million protest action in the country for war crimes code. So there was a day and I said, look, but we have a whole documentary here where these people who are in the CPP calling for war crimes code, we have a whole record where they were clear that war crimes code was never a priority for Liberia. How come they've changed their mind so soon? How come those who said war crime code are not important, how come they are now putting the war crime code agenda? We did that show on this platform. And we play all of the voices. Those of you who know the show, who've been following the show, you can attest, including those of you who are watching, you can attest to it. We had that conversation. That was the first time I spoke to Senator Johnson. Right after the show, Elisha and I were running to one restaurant to go and eat. Boom. I look on my telephone, and all I could see was Senator, because I had his number prior to that. Most of the officials, we got their numbers. So I had his number on my phone. When I go to, he said, I saw my phone. I was driving and I saw Senator PYJ because that's how I stole his number, Senator PYJ. So when I saw it, I said, really? How come we? So I told Alexa, I said, how come we just from discussing war crimes code situation and Senator Johnson is calling? Yeah, somebody said, so true, brother. Yeah, a lot of people who follow this show know what I'm talking about. So I was driving. I think it was around the Capitol building, right? We were going somewhere to Cinco. So I said, Alexa, Senator Johnson calling. That's how I answered the phone. And when I answered the phone, I said, my son, where have you been? I said, Pop, I don't know what you're saying. He said, but these are journalists that we're looking for in the country. Because all the journalists acting like this thing is all about this. And we had a lengthy conversation. Too many things we discussed. And I said, Papa, in all fairness, I don't know you. This is the first time we are talking. But for me, my issue is about fairness. It's about being honest to what you say. It's about being authentic. You can't come today and say war crime code not important because you needed Senator Johnson's support. Now you got this. You did not get the support. He gave it out to somebody else because the person won the presidency and became president. Then you turn around. You say the code was not important. And you said, Papa, that was the reason why Alexa and I thought to do the show. And he said, look, I don't know you guys. I haven't seen you guys, but I really like the show. I enjoyed it. Thank you very much. And that was it. That was the conversation. It was done with. And I mean, that's the man. He had issues with that whole code thing. And that's the only experience I have had personally with him. Unless I have never had a chance to see Prince Johnson eye to eye. Especially in the Senate when he passed in the but for to sit down before him that they eye to eye, human being, in the same space. No, I haven't. I've never seen. I mean, people think this is. I mean, a lot of people say, "Well, okay, you see Prince Johnson." Yes, that's true. I have never seen Senator Johnson eye to eye to say, look at me in my eye, look at him. No, I haven't seen him before. I've never seen him. It may be a shocking thing to you, but I have never seen him. But there's a man who did well for his county, regardless of whatever the case is. I mean, the school he built, the different project he implemented, and other stuff. And beyond that, he was able to make too many nobodies into somebodies. Like George Weah. There are a lot of people today who are millionaires, who are prominent figures in the Liberian society because President Weah gave them opportunity through his political party, through his popularity, through his endorsements. Today, those people are great people in society. Some of them are millionaires. Some of them are even causing him today. Hello? I'm being honest about it. Some of them got money to the extent where they can even challenge him now. That is who Senator Johnson is. A lot of the buyers today who have managed to have served as representatives in their different portfolios, the different capacities, they became lawmakers because Senator Johnson endorsed them, because he made them, because he allowed his popularity to be shared. You know, yeah, he allowed those things to be shared. So those are, you know, those are some of the things that we know of the senator. So those are some of the things we know, you know, from him. And Nimbayans were amazing. In all fairness, Liberians in general, because he was not only impacting Nima County. Okay, yeah, I think it's good. So yeah, he was not only impacting Nima County, he was impacting other Liberians. So I think Liberians will miss him, you know, for who he was. I don't want to go into the war days because all of us fought war.
Like everyone,
all of us had our part to play during the war.
People see him differently.
Different people. Yeah. So people, you know, people got their own personal. But for me, from the latter part of his life, he has been a successful man. You know, from the church, from his political endeavor. I mean, the longest serving senator in the Republic of Liberia. Come on, this is not something you want to argue. This is grace. This is political prowess. You can't take it away from him. But one thing that we'll say, then we'll end up with this whole conversation quickly, then we run to the next political issues, is the fact that our Liberian people are very funny. And I don't know if this is an African syndrome or an African situation, but it is a disappointing thing, man, people, that people only say good thing about people when they pass off.
Even when you know you are not cool.
That is hypocrisy. This Papa died complaining. And that's why when I was watching the TV today and I saw people paying tribute, I saw some of the kind of leaders who were paying tribute and talking all kinds of things. I look for them. I say, hey, God got patient.
A dead man is a dead man.
No, God got patient. So, people who could not protect this man, I saw them today paying tributes, talking all kinds of book. Speaking big book, I said, look at this is, look, in all fairness, we got to change. We have to change our mindset. It is wrong. It is wrong. You're in a position to assess people, you cannot do it. No, you cannot do it because you have too many priorities, especially, yeah. But at the end of the day, if that person, you know, pass off by the grace of, I mean, you know, when the person pass off, the next thing you start to do now is to start opening your mouth to start talking on unnecessary stuff. Oh, he was like this, he was like that, he was like this. And I saw that it was not a good thing. The night before the Papa could pass off, 2-3 days before his death, he had too many conversations with plenty of journalists. He died a man complaining. Or some of the very people who are acting that they are so good today. No amount of all the befitting state funeral and all of the things, no amount of it will benefit him personally. He's dead and gone. I mean, my faith make me to believe that when you are dead and gone, all the things about doing it doesn't concern you. Because you are gone. The very moment you give up the ghost, you're done. All the things they're doing that for themselves. They will go press their clothes and be wearing front clothes and pie around with black eyeglasses. I mean, that's all they're doing. That's all they're doing. It's not for you. It's for them to show up. It's for them to continue to exhibit their flamboyancy. That's what they're doing. Listen to one of the recordings the man had with A.B. Gossenwill before his death. I told you the only time I spoke to that man was for him to call me and tell me thank you for reminding Liberians of the hypocrisy amongst Liberian politicians. How they all supported Parliament Hall Conversation as a channel of reconciliation, but because he didn't support them, he supported we are boom, all of them started supporting War Crimes Code. That was the only time I spoken to the pape, and he only called that day to say thank you. He said, "Why your sister?" I said, "She read by me." I gave the phone to Alexa. They talked briefly. That was the only time I had conversation with Senator Johnson. This is a man who had so much regard for this topic, War Crimes Code. He fought hard, brought this government to power. This administration, what we in today, brought it to power. The only thank you he could get was in year one to open War Crimes Code, and you can't talk and say this tendency of people dying and everybody go, they be talking that fakeness. You fake, you all fake people. You didn't treat the puppet well. You all that thing you didn't have. You like it bring 1 million American Marine to do, guy or all that thing. It was not important. Then when he needed you to stay firm to a political commitment, a man supported you with the notion that the Parliament Hall Method of Reconciliation that was signed, that was agreed upon.
And people were actually loud about it.
Yeah, but the Accra Peace Accord, the TRC report, all the reports catalog the Accra Peace Accord. I mean, the Parliament Hall Method of Reconciliation, those reports captured it. And people were never going to political marriage with you. And you're not clear when you walk around thing. You got to be clear before you go to you. If you're not clear, forget it, you're done. You may have went to the place, a lot of people support you, supported your political endeavor. You came to power, the next thing you want to do, you see the Baba Rose, you see all the other terrible projects in the country, you didn't talk about it. When the first thing you want to talk about, boom. Settle War Crimes Code. I bet you, after the funeral election, I dare you will not find War Crimes Code thing in the country anymore. Nobody's going to be talking about it. Nobody's going to be talking about it. But you're going to record the man with A.B. Gossenwill. Take your time and listen. Listen to it.
The Senate for the top of breaker. Okay. Because when we have vote, the Senate is comprehensive report of the findings and attach the Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything. And the position statement for those commissioners will be further from February to here. They said the way forward is the Parliament Hall discussion for peace. Then when brother come now, he is deceived by coming there. The Dillon there, Lumbi there, and you now where he's just thinking all kind of way better, all kind of thing. He want to go after people. Then, the CDC still control there. When they send it to the Senate, then something happens, wow! All that they almost want to Lumbi house, then they brought it out Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Then when I heard what was happening, it was within 2 persons to sign. That was me and Bani, Jim Bani. Now when I went to Queen, I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper. You were here when we had sent paper. And you were here with our own leadership. Now when I went to Queen, I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper, and you were here with our own leadership, and we sent the report with all documents, legal documents, to guide here. Then Baka benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the 2011 because he was not around the body. He benefited. Then after serving a Bible for 12 years now, he's now president now. We finish campaign for the owner, then he wants to persecute us. He's not going to persecute us. So what is going on with Kun? Then Kun said, well, what I will do for you to help you with lawyer, let that has been good with the lawyer. So from Kun offered my own son offered that I went. Then after serving a Bible for 12 years now, he's now president now. We finish campaign for the owner, then he wants to persecute us. He's not going to persecute us. So what is going on with Kun? Then go say, well, what I will do for you to help you with Mara, what matters in going to Mara. But after serving a Bible for 12 years now, he now president now, we finish campaign for another owner, then he will persecute us. He not going to persecute us. So what is going on with Ekun? Then go say, well, what I will do for you to help you with Mara, what matters in going to Mara. Right. But after serving a Bible for 12 years now, he now president now, we finish campaign for another owner, then he will persecute us. He not going to persecute us. So what is going on with Ekun? Then go say, well, what I will do for you to help you with Mara, what matters in going to Mara. That's for that. Right. But after serving a Bible for 12 years now, he now president now, we finish campaign for another owner, then he will persecute us. He not going to persecute us. So what is going on with Ekun? Then go say, well, what I will do for you to help you with Mara, what matters in going to Mara. I was from who offered my own son offered our win some resolution. I have never seen him say, why you did this? You know what he told me? No. Resolution is not a law.
Okay. So you see, so you see, Alexa. This recording was done around 4 days before the puppy could die. He had this conversation with A.B. Gosson Williams. Come on, you. Then I see people up Capitol Hill, all kind of thing. You let a man. No. I mean, it's fake. This thing about it's the man out. Yeah, the things he said. I mean, he's so rest in peace. If I was in the Johnson family, I just take the puppet body and go bury it. Nima would get done. All the people around here, that's all fake things they all. State funeral, all the Serene, EP, all the other convert, a fake thing. You didn't treat the man okay. I mean, look at the man complaining. He didn't complain like this under Ellen. He didn't say this about Ellen. He didn't say this about George Ware. Before the man go into any political deal with you, the first thing the man can talk. The first thing you can talk, you wasting on walk and go. You can be tall, you fine, you handsome anyway. The man will tell you why I stand on it. You bring a copy of the man tell you where I say go. I was supposed to somebody else. You get him a bit. He died an individual very, very, very frustrated. He was frustrated in 2 million things. 2 million things. Is this how a happy man can be sounding?
You were here when we had some paper, and you were here with our own leadership, and we sent the report with all documents, legal documents, to guide here. Then Baka benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the 2011 because that was wrong with money. Yeah. He benefited. Yeah. But after serving a Bible for 12 years now, he now president now. We finish campaign for another owner, then he will persecute us. He not going to persecute us.
Look at that. And I said, this is not somebody who was happy. You got people who state funeral, carry all kind of convo, canopy, all those things matter. The man's look. That's why. Look, I'm a Christian, a Methodist, a United Methodist, and I'm proud to be one. But I envy the Muslims. You know why? By the time you are gone as a Muslim man, Alexa, but why should cook where the poor you go? Because all the other things are happening beyond a 50 jar. It doesn't make sense. It's not about you. By the time when you go, then you got somebody, Alexa, somebody who never even use a thing about buying one strip of paracetamol for you when you were sick. They will come up, and so on behalf of my family and myself, we'll give a family blanket.
So you are in now.
Give me neither one paracetamol strip. On behalf of my family, we're taking the Bible to Mosi. In fact, we will do the family tomb. That we will do the repast. In fact, no, we'll call Vision TV. I will hire Vision TV. I do the documentary. I don't want to do the other. But he was alive. A bowl of rice, you could not give it. No, I mean, it's very serious. A bowl of rice, you could not give it. That's the same thing happening today. All that thing. Look, only the ordinary people who are celebrating the Pape, they are the ones who I would thank. Say, yeah, thank you for celebrating the Pape. He was a good man. Let's celebrate him. But not the officials, the big officials. Not all of them. Not them. No. They made the old man last days worrisome. He was worrying. He was not at peace. You know what, AB? You should be sitting at AB, sitting at AB, the Pape on the phone 24/7. The Pape, AB Gosson Williams is a good friend to Senator Johnson. They were very close, good buddies. In fact, nobody I ever interviewed Senator Johnson in this country in Monserrato, the AB. 80% of Senator Johnson radio interview in the country that AB because we will not do it. This recording was done with AB about 4 days to the public death. Complaining. I went to my son and asked him, I said, Kun, and you are here return, the time the broad work can't be in the we are told us in the Senate, say that we were more advancing, and we told him, say, oh, you are our son, the work can't go thing. We already had an agreement in Ghana. We had an agreement with the TRC that we're not supposed to open it, we should do reconciliation, so let's do it. And we are listening to all. So, Kun, what thing going on? And I said, what the man said, Kun told him? No, I want for you to be the person to say so they can say that you say, listen.
So what is going on with Kun? That goes away. What I will do for you to help you with Noah. Let my time go to Noah. I was from Kun offered my own son offered our win without going to persecute us. So what is going on with Kun? That goes away. What I will do for you to help you with Noah. Let my time go to Noah. I was from Kun offered my own son offered our win some resolution.
Okay, so look at that. There is a Kun. What are you going on now? The only thing I suppose what you going on? You say, oh, baby, let fat assing. I'll find lawyer for you. Let fat assing. A fat assing is a Johnson game to do. Fat assing. You worry the man for nothing. I don't want to say the man, die as a result of worry, but you worry the man for nothing. Well, may your soul rest in peace, Papi. We pray that God will console your family. We pray that God will see, your family through. God will continue to straighten all of your endeavors. Your children may be able to have the money, the support to continue to run your legacy institutions, whether it is the Christ Chapel of Faith, your church, whether it is the Prince Yomi Johnson Polytechnic in Nimba County, the university, all your businesses, whether it is the PYJ High School in Pinsville, whatever the case is, we're hoping that God will give your children the wisdom, to continue your legacy. But the people you call your political friends fail you. And that's why we are angry when we see them pretending. Come on, we're angry when we see them pretending. Nobody should come pretend here when they were not good. So maybe let's have 1 minute. 1 minute from you, and then we just take 10 calls on people, because from here tomorrow they'll be carrying the battle to Nimba. So we just want to hear you 1 minute. Then we'll take 10 calls. People wish, express their sympathy to the senator and his family. Then we can go and do something else. But 1 minute while I try to call some of our winners quickly, just 1 minute.
I mean, we have said exactly what we feel, because this is about someone who's dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go back to what I said earlier on about what one person said on being a dead person and having to experience people who you were not really cool with saying all the best things about you, knowing fully well you guys were not cool. So I'm not in any position to tell you do not express your sympathies, do not say how sorry you are or what you feel when someone dies. But I think we have to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Gotta stop being too fake.
Exactly. Because as much as you want to show so much you're so much hurt, when you overdo it, all the way it becomes a problem, because people will start to think like, are you trying to make amends when the person is already dead? Was there something you did bad when the person was alive and now the person is dead, so you're trying so hard to prove a point?
Mm-hmm.
People will start to have all these different concerns. And usually when a person dies, we're not supposed to be talking about,
No.
Usually. But it is important.
It has to be done.
Exactly. It is important to set the record straight, and it is important to just say the things you're supposed to say, because we don't have to be
because let's have women in, because that doing death row, people can lie. People can lie. Oh, your body, my side was good. Oh, your body. I don't want to get your body business.
No. A dead man is a dead man. I said that.
And that's what
when a person is dead, that person wouldn't come back.
All kinds of things.
That person wouldn't come back. That person wouldn't have whatever it takes to explain.
Don't worry about it too much. It's
now a dead man.
Yeah,
and we're just going to be here discussing these things back and forth, going around it circularly. But still, at the end of the day, it is what it is. He wouldn't come back. But we shouldn't be fake. If you did not like him, granted, everyone wouldn't like,
anybody. Yeah.
Like, definitely. You have people who hate you, people who love you. If you were not really cool with him, you don't have to prove a point like to actually show that you had a connection, a genuine connection when he was here.
No.
For me, that doesn't really add up. Like, you would just be hurting his family, especially when maybe he had a conversation with the family, and he had told his family, "Oh, the other person and me will."
But if you don't ever say I'm gonna work with them, they will give me 100 every month.
Yeah.
And the 100 not coming. I will tell my family, say, "Oh, it's when they put them in the line."
Like, seriously.
Anything happen to me, if you don't ever go there to see the carrying.
So people will be
one cow
at you
like. Carrying 50 cow. My friend will just say, "Look at." I was someone working there. Come on, I wasn't permitted to message. You're going to be paying. You couldn't pay. You can't bring cow yet.
Yeah.
People was looking and say, "Well, we already know the truth." So all that thing on the family already know the truth. The real people know the truth.
So they'll be looking at you now.
Let's go get some food.
Somebody living and say the person swallow or shovel, and the person needs money to do an operation, right? And Oliver has money, Alexa has money, and together we are saying, "Oh no, at this point we don't have it. We're using to do this, do that." 2 days later, this person is dead. And now Alexa is pledging, maybe your casket. And Oliver is saying, "I will take care of all of the materials for food." We're being fake, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we may not have been in a position to 100% fund the person's operation, but you don't have to be like that.
No, you don't.
You don't have to be like that.
But
so this is not just about Prince Johnson's death. It happens usually. And I remember, I think 2 years back, I made a comment on social media. A lot of people had different view. "Oh, you can't tell me how to move. You can't tell me how to do this." I was like, whenever a person is alive, the love we are supposed to show them, or how genuine we're supposed to be. Tell me, hey, if I don't like you as Alexa, I tell you I don't like you. And that's really clear. People know me for that. I don't like you. I don't like you. So I wouldn't be facing myself, "You die, will not come if me and you were not cool." So it should be that way. You don't have to be fake when someone died and you explaining all the long story.
Look at it.
It doesn't make sense. We have to be honest. May the senators so rest in peace. Like, seriously.
Yeah. Let's go give somebody money quickly. Let's go give somebody money. Like I said, we got over 300K here. We'll be dividing 4,000 to people. You can play star 799. Hatch, you select freedom as spot number 11, and that will give you the opportunity. Let's talk to this person. Hello, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. You?
Okay, we're great. My name is Kay. Okay, sir.
Yeah, my name is David.
Isaac, you play the cash giveaway. That's what our record say.
Yeah, I try it.
Okay, and you received your money?
Yes.
How much did you receive?
I received
You can remember?
Okay, 4,000. Congratulations, my dear brother. Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay, my dear brother. Yeah, Alexa, I think he can do summary and stuff.
Okay.
But that's what it is. So like I said, 300K, yeah, over 300K. So it level you to take your own star 799 hatch. You select freedom as spot number 11. Let's see if we can go and give somebody else 4,000, and we'll go take calls. After the calls, before we transition to the next topic, we will also come again and give another person money. So it's level you star 799 hatch. You select freedom as spot number 11. Star 799 hatch. You select freedom as spot number 11. Let's see whether this other person is available to pick up his or her $4,000. You know when you live on the phone. So star 799 hash. You select freedom as spot number 11. Let's go and give this other person their money. Okay, let's go and give this other person their money. Oh my God.
Hello, valued subscriber. The subscriber you're trying to reach is currently out of coverage area.
Wow.
Please call again.
This is very, very sad. The person is out of coverage area. Let's see. Let's try the person one more time. If not, then we'll have to go take calls. When we come back from the calls, we call additional people. So $4,000 instead of $3,000, we'll be giving $4,000. Okay, so that's what it is. So over 300,000 will be distributed amongst all of you who will be successful. The more you play, the better your chances are. But it is the senator's, funeral. And since today will be the last day, he will be in Monrovia. On tomorrow, we are told he's going to be taken to Nimba for the commencement of all of the interment proceedings. So we want to give you the chance, those of you in Monrovia, to pay your tribute, to pay your respect to the fallen Nimba County Senator. May his soul rest in peace, like Alessa concluded. And may God Almighty, who is the custodian of the universe, have his will be done with reference to the senator's life. So 086 500 104 0776 104 104 are the numbers to join the conversation. We take at most 10 calls right after 10 calls, we will not take any more calls. Even when President Barabi be the 11th caller, we will not tell you. 10 calls, nothing more, nothing less. Let's talk to the first person. Go ahead, sir. Let's hear you. How you doing? 1 minute.
Yeah, good afternoon, KOK, your co-host, Elefa.
My dear brother.
Yeah, I'm Joseph Walker, junior son of Maryland County. Currently, I'm calling you from New Matari Estate, and this is my first time ever talking on your show.
You say your name is Joseph Walker Jr.?
Joseph Walker Jr. This is my first time talking on your show.
Okay, my brother. Welcome.
Yeah, KOK, I want to say thank you this hour for this interesting topic on discussion. KOK, you know that Nigerian people happy. For me, I love to support people when they are doing good things. I don't like to support people when they pass off. Okay, one thing I want to say here before I drop the line, the day I pass off and somebody want to pay tribute on my dead body, I will ask the woman Almighty God who created me to give me second chance. By the time you go on my body to pay tribute while I will allow you never say good thing about me. The one slap I will give you, you won't get over it.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you, my dear brother. Thank you very much. Alexa, it was like you were listening to us today when we were coming to work. This person, go ahead. 1 minute, let's hear you. No time. Quickly. Good evening, my dear brother. Let's hear you. Your last message to the fallen hero.
Thank you so much, KOK. I'm Carl Abraham. I probably know at the comfortable kega, and I'm calling you from a comfortable kega on the car down.
Go ahead, my dear brother.
At the son of Neighbor Country, I want to speak my vernacular to the Pastori, and we want to say it very well.
My man, don't say something about.
No, somebody who want to say Mano, they will say for you, and they will tell you what I said.
Okay, all right.
Pastori, never say no to that bad guy anymore. No, I don't know. I want to for that guy you go there. Oh, no, I don't want to people there. You got me. You got me one again. The boy who want to get a gaba, what up for what I do now? I got my man like the back. So I got my do I what do I so good there. Oh, so good. So that I was quite go
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Let's see if we can go to another person. Go ahead quickly. We don't have the luxury of time. Let's talk to this person. Hello, 1 minute. How you doing? Sir. Hello, how are you?
I'm a key mayor of the member. All of what you have said is making me today for. But what I like to say is that there is just hypocrisy, disappointment, and poverty will be like people who have said this in authority. To say there will be confusion and the solution will give me
Hello, sir. You are coming in broken. Can you change your location and call us? We're not getting you clear.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we hearing you now, Chief. We hearing you now, sir.
So for the police senator when you were posting as to what was happening, there is some of that resolution is now low. I don't know from where it comes from. But what I like to say is that things just age. And that it is only our creator God, the omniscient God, who can forgive us. All kind of expression and deceit that people may go over things just to demonstrate. I think we need them with God.
Oh yeah.
I have where I went to sympathize with the immediate family of Prince Johnson. That places like Liberia, and I hope after Prince Johnson dead, the world and the economic growth, let the government carry it out. That's so some of us are going to question, the government.
Okay, thank you very much, my dear brother. And he said he's a kinsman to Senator Johnson. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Okay, let's leave you right there and talk to the person. Hello, how are you? Good evening, quickly, no time. Let's hear you. 40 seconds.
Yeah, this is Peter Lynn. I'm calling from Congo Town.
Go ahead, Peter Lynn. Let's hear you. Your last wish to the senator.
Yeah, actually, I just want to interpret what my brother said.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm very good.
Okay.
So, I was in that close to the senator. I didn't get to know him much better, like personally. But we are all from the same county, so he still remain our legend. He was trying to tell the senator that he supported people, right? And he supported people during the election. They won the election, but the only thing they could give him in return was to establish war crime court that was maybe taken somewhere else from around his family. I tried to paraphrase what he said.
Okay. Okay.
We go there in the Makante, we kind of white black hat, it should blind their eyes. And it's true, it's very necessary.
Oh, the one that Oh no, okay. I don't let nobody speak Dalaya again. We'll leave you right there, Peter Lynn. Thank you very much. Let's leave you right there and go and take 5 more calls, and we'll be done with it. Okay, let's go back to the lines and talk to Liberians who are paying their tribute to the fallen Nimba County hero.
Yeah, this the Totuba, I want to pay my tribute.
Go ahead, Patoba. Let's hear you, sir.
Okay. On behalf of the whole entire Busra Highland, I stand in the gap to pay our tribute because Prince Johnson did well for we the people of, especially the borough and the whole entire Busra Highland.
Okay.
Johnson, may your soul and the souls of all faithful departed rest in perfect peace and love perpetual shine on you.
Amen.
The Mother, Father, the Son, and the blessed Holy Spirit in Jesus' name.
Amen. Amen. Let's go over to Man Sisi, the female general. Man Sisi, let's hear you, ma'am. Go ahead. 1 minute. Man Sisi, are you there? Oh my God, Man Sisi left the line. We got 4 more calls and we'll go to our next topic. But while we're on it, you can keep the cash coming into star 799 hash freedom as part number 11. Let's talk to Man Sisi. Go ahead, female general. Let's hear you. Pay your tribute.
Yeah, thank you. How you doing, my daughter?
Hello, Mama.
I was starting by saying that man has spoke you like a get divorced. He's a fake man. He knows you, he will tell you.
Nobody. So don't attack the man. Tell your own thing.
Listen to Man Sisi.
That tribute we pay. Pay your tribute.
Okay, work for me. That guy, he came to my shop to look for me. I was selling up. I'll get my tribute. I will do what's for in double. He will tell the what I say in double. What for me? Let me just say down thing that they put you blind there. Oh, that boy in the nonsense today. So my time for someone what I want get to me, they put you blind, they make you blind their eyes. And I was blind.
No.
That goes. So what you did to us?
Go pay your tribute.
I'm telling you now, man. Nobody here you call me and you ask me. It's a fake man, you're not good.
But we don't know what happened between two of you. Pay your tribute and leave. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let me do that, so please.
Go ahead.
I want to do it. Go.
Think like I understand it.
Just go, not anybody that treated you bad, and God will fight your battle. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's leave you and talk to this person. Go ahead. 1 minute, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, how are you?
We are great, my dear brother. Let's hear you. Your tribute. 1 minute.
Yeah, thank you. This is the people's governor for district number 10. So I say, following on behalf of the people of district number 10 and the young people that some of us represent, we want to extend our condolences to the Dewey family. It's our prayer that every process of his burial in Lima County will go peacefully, and we stand with the Dewey family.
Okay.
We pray that God will consume them, continue to give them strength, to gain more strength. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We leave it right there. We go to this person. Go ahead. 1 minute. Let's hear you. Your tribute.
Good evening, Benjamin.
Good evening, my dear brother. Quick, with no time.
Yeah, this is Azzy Woozing, first to be called son of KOD. I'm joining you guys this evening from your church this room of 40. But I kind of want to say thank you to you and say that for the conversation. You know, the foreign senator, we all here from the same country, even though some of us we cannot speak the same the language from the country, but the senator, one person who represents on a great note. He's someone who did well for the country. People should, every human being has the both negative and positive side. But today, seeing some of our leaders over there at the Capitol building going there and saying so loud of sinful to be is hypocrisy to the senator, because some of them are the people today who let the senator to his death. I want to say, may his soul rest in perfect peace. Thank you for having me.
We leave you right there. We go to this person. Go ahead. Let's hear you, sir. How are you?
Okay.
How are you? We're great, Chief.
Okay, I'm trying to do for Cardwell.
Cardwell, let's hear you. Your tribute in 30 seconds.
All right. Abraham Darrow, our senator.
No, we are about to go to the Abraham Darrow topic. Don't worry. We end that topic. That topic carry on home. Go ahead. This person, let's hear you.
David King. Don't join you for
Habel, David King, quickly. No time. Let's hear you.
Yeah. I would like to extend my heartfelt condolences to the people of Nimba and the Joseph family. I pray that God should keep them strong. Whatever Senator Johnson did on that, we are not going to judge him, because God said we shouldn't judge one another.
Okay.
God will take for judgment.
Thank you.
I pray for the light and spiritual to shine upon their life, or wherever you be.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, David King. Let's talk to the other person. Go ahead. Okay, we lost that person. Let's take the last two, then we call it a day. Let's talk to this person. You're the second to the last caller. Like we said, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay.
How are you, my brother?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Mr. Mary, let's hear you, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah. Me say you. Think of a meeting. Senator Johnson was a great man for the people of Nima.
That's correct.
Senator Johnson was a great man who represented the people of Nima and Liberia at large. But Senator Johnson was very much disappointed in the particular government. So, okay. June 29.
I'm aware. It was that recording here.
I have personal relation with Senator Johnson. He only just saw the half PSC and more the position I have. He only just saw the half PSC. He is the assistant minister to Minister of Labor. We for the season of mother and one for the season and in-house organization. Our town organization is the financial secretary. And the assistant to her.
Wow.
We went to Senator Johnson in 2009 to his house to go appreciate him that his daughter is here to his daughter. Senator Johnson was hoping, he stopped. He was hoping God went there as a family. He never went there as a, politician. They were hoping to us to make a thing. That's the thing about this government. It's disappointment. He was hoping to us. He was clear that he has done. That's the thing to us. But while we in Liberia, we the Nigerians that know about the story between those people and Senator Johnson, and will give information to them tomorrow. But people will think, my friends, that that you don't know. You know, somehow where and they know our facility, they can tell you where we're from. But our friend and I that we took us doesn't what I want to do. They knew that they still come out. So many, they do not know what I'm the men are into the Jordan coffee. They knew that even in all of they knew that the judge really after this. I give you last story.
Okay.
We still a day for them. You're 200 you're pay away home. There was a lot of things there. People one to one. Because one day as a family, one way as a politician.
Okay. Okay, man.
So all the things is doing, that is doing the thing, all the things is doing. They know it men will always say that nothing they know. Even one of our men for this was 10 years, tell our men that there was Sunday, listen, $500 USA. He didn't reach there up to now.
Okay. Okay, my dear brother. Thank you.
So much.
Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Let's take this quick break. When we come back, we go to the next topic. Keep your cash coming in to star 799 hash. You select freedom as spot number 11. Like I told you, over 300K that you delaying to get your own. The more you play, the better your chances are. Look, I'm not even understanding what this song is saying, but I love the rhythm. It is going to be a wonderful time in Nimba County, specifically in Ganta. But again, that's where we are. Let's go and see if we can get this person some money. We're calling them right away. You two can win $4,000. You'll be part of those who will be winning the over 300,000 here on the show today. So let's see if we can run to this person who is on the line. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
I'm great.
My name is KOK. What is your owner name, sir?
My name is Uriah Sa.
Mr. Sa, you play the cash giveaway. That's what our record is saying.
Yes, sir, I did.
Your telephone should be beaming with 4,000 Liberian dollars.
Wonderful. Wow.
How many times did you play?
I think I played 3 or 4 times today.
Okay, my dear brother. Encourage others to play. They too can win 4,000 like you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Okay, all right, my dear brother. I said people will win plenty here today. I was joking. It's been a long time we didn't get plenty money here today. So today is our day to give some money. But let's end the song. When we come back, we play you the voice of Senator Dallas DeLong. Senator Dallas DeLong has apologized to President George Weah. The man said, President, sorry, that's why I used to talk, say you were riding airplane. I did not know that the president of the country was supposed to ride a kind of plane. Yeah. But let's take this song down, and I mean let's play this song to the end. Then we will come back and run to the DeLong issue, the Senator DeLong situation, the former light situation.
Mama ya pia penda roya na ya kwa sababu na kumba ya simu ya mwana ya sabasi ya kwa ya kwa mama ya kwa kwane ukayo na we kuruka pesa ya dusoni ine kabateto kwa kupa bine toka lasi tutasi tuleko kwene ya siku na kwenye ya yenu na kwane ya dianu kaposo kaya no sendo kwenye you got to know you can buy it I'm in a wild yet when you go out my way and where I'm not there when you got it say back and you know that you fuck out you want to get a bit now you must be coming my dog to put that up I can hope you know you get so you put what happens I can't want to put never walk out when you work on myself. Papa, sorry, my friend, I'm so sorry. So many trouble. Still, no woman. As a people, they know. None of us are the show. I gotta see. The man that you also got me down. As a people, they know. You would say, you would say, I think the people, you know. You would say,
Okay, so this is Morris King. Morris King, a reputable name Bayan musician. I don't know how he will call this song, but again, it is a nice one. I love the traditional blend in the instruments. Yeah, it was a wonderful, wonderful piece. But again, Alexa, let's go to a major discussion. Senator Dawes alone say, President, we are sorry for talking to you about riding private jet. And I know, say, President's going to be riding private jet.
6 years?
That no, because Joe Biden riding private jet now, I want to make it understand and say that true. President's going to use private jet. I wrong you. All that time I used to be talking to you, that time I know. Yeah, that's the Liberian. I'm saying this thing in Liberian colloquial so that our people can listen. This topic we just started it today, but we're wrong with it all through the whole week. And there's a reason why we do it. Because it is a clear, and I repeat, it is a clear validation of everything we have been saying on the radio. I say I'm talking simple English and I can't say validation. They think it there to prove all the things we've been talking about you guys. But let's have this conversation first. Senator, they don't say, President, we are sorry. And the only reason why he's saying it because the Liberian people have started to ask President Bouaka hard questions. Mr. President, with all due respect, His Excellency Joe Bouaka, why are you riding private jet? When you and Senator DeLong and other people told us in 2023 that John Weah was wasting the Liberian people money, that President Weah was not treating the Liberian people coffers correctly. How you are riding private jet to go to America, you are riding private jet to go to Nigeria and other places. You criticized your predecessor. You told Joshua that it was wrong to use private jet as a president. Why are you using private jet, President Bouaka? Liberians started to ask this particular question. The one that got Liberians so concerned is when President Bouaka took a private jet to Foya. The President Weah, who he said was wasting money, President Weah had never taken airplane from one Liberian county to the other. He never do it. All through the presidency, he didn't try it. But Liberians started to get concerned. They're saying, why is President Bouaka flying in private jet when in fact he, Senator Delon, Mo Ali, Bouaka Jaliba, Emo Toe, all of them criticized, including Martin Colley and all of them, they criticized George Weah for flying private jet. Why is Bouaka doing the same? This particular inquiry, this particular question has been an embarrassment to Delon. Because you finish telling the boss, oh, they didn't want to do a bad thing, he wicked, he bad man, he wicked, he didn't want. Then at the end of the day, instead of the angel that you brought to power, instead of angel Joseph Bouaka that you brought to power, you know, riding keke to go to Nigeria, instead of him riding keke to go to Ghana, he is now riding the same private jet. And this Delon could not talk. Surprisingly to all of us, he went to OKFM on my brother Julius J show and said, on the private jet issue. In fact, he did not even think about mentioning the private jet issue. In all of the things he went to say, it was a caller that called into the show and told him, said, but Delon, they OKFM, he said now also, y'all told in the country that George Weah was spoiling the Labrampo money riding private jet. But you senator, the government not in power that your government, you campaign for Bouaka. Why are you not talking about the private jet? It was when Delon decided to apologize. And that's why we are going to have this conversation and ask you, is this apology serious or Delon is on his original Delon trick? What is it? Let's listen to the recording first.
Let me address this private jet issue. My response may not go down well. Dara Dera, who campaigned against private jet, use of private jet against President Weah. I want to publicly apologize to President Weah, who campaigned against private jet, use of private jet, that go down well. Dara Dera, who campaigned against private jet, use of private jet against President Weah. I want to publicly apologize to President Weah. Why? Because we did not understand the constraints and the reasons and the justification for using private jet. My response may not go down well. Dara Dera, who campaigned against private jet, use of private jet against President Weah. I want to publicly apologize to President Weah. Why? Because we did not understand the constraints and the reasons and the justification for using private jet. Let me address this private jet issue. My response may not go down well. Dara Dera, who campaigned against private jet, use of private jet against President Weah. I want to publicly apologize to President Weah. Why? Because we did not understand the constraints and the reasons and the justification for using private jet. Those who listen, let me address this private jet issue. My response may not go down well. Dara Dera, who campaigned against private jet, use of private jet against President Weah. I want to publicly apologize to President Weah. Why? Because we did.
Alexa, so something move. Something take the video from the machine. The devil is a liar. Let's go back. What? Really? The video is not there again.
Maybe the internet tree.
Oh my God. This is funny. My people, those of you watching, you see the video trip you. Alexa, you listen to Senator Dillon. We'll play it again, but you listen to him. What's your take on this thing? Yeah, because when I grab him, I'm taking you all the way to the colors. You tell me what you make of this Dillon thing. Let me hear you. Maybe from your statement, I will relax.
No, don't relax though. They don't need like real whipping. Seriously. And I think it has to be given to him however way it will be. But I mean, you're aware and that I'm not really a huge fan of the senator. And I don't mean that in a way that is disrespectful, but I haven't been a huge fan of his for a very long time. And it is not personal because I don't know him personally. No, we've never had any kind of conversation before. No, I think it is just based on what I have seen and what I have listened to, not from anybody else, but from him as an individual, as a senator. I've listened to Dillon a couple of times, his own podcast on Facebook, his appearances and on different media outlets in the country. And I mean, everyone, one way or the other, we have listened to him talk a lot. So the fact that Dillon was not vocal, I would just say he is not as vocal as we know him to be in the past. That's one of the reasons I would say I'm now a huge fan of his. Because before, Dillon talked about every single thing that went on, whether it was on the Meat Street of Broad Street or whether it was somewhere else, as long as it was about Liberia, it was about George Weah, or it was about, the Weah-led administration, he was really the loudest voice. And we listened to him bit by bit. We managed, to not have talking about him a lot, to not have talked about him a lot on this platform. We didn't really make him a subject on countless times because we had our own reason. We didn't want to keep, just making something a subject when sometimes, there's contradiction, that there's hypocrisy in it. So for that reason, we did not talk more about Dillon. But I listened to this and I've seen tons of comments. But one thing I would say, Dillon was not really intentional to have said what he said. And one of the reasons I'm saying that is because I think it is based, he did not go there, to clarify that. He did not go there to make that statement particularly. I think he went there to discuss something else, probably with Julius, and based on a comment made by a caller on the show.
The conversation came up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if Dillon is someone who's really intentional about, honesty, if he's really, really intentional about wanting to be fair, I'm sure whatever discussion he had gone to have, maybe that would have been included. As all my Liberian people, the scene where he said, "Oh, Ashima Pa," when he brought the first class or business class ticket thing, right? So if he was really intentional about it,
honest, as a matter of fact,
exactly honest, he would have made that comment very, very, short, or however he needed to have done it without even a caller, trying to say, "Hey, this, that." So I think he was just in the moment, and sometimes when you're caught up in a moment, Oliver, you would try, just to say things. And you wouldn't mean what you were saying, but because you've already painted a picture of you being this person who's really honest, this person who, no matter what happens, you will say it as it is. That's one of the reasons he had to say that, because he had already made this impression of being the honest guy. He had made these, he has already created, in fact, this in the minds of Liberians that, of course, Dillon is honest, Dillon is fair. I don't know if that's still the case as of today, 2025, January, today's the 14th, right? I don't know if that's the case today because people are still complaining on that. But I think if we want to be really fair in this country, I think if we want to be really, really intentional about moving the country forward, we should disregard people who continue to show that they are a walking contradiction. If we want to move Liberia forward, we should discourage people who are hypocrites on a daily basis.
That's correct.
And I'm saying this because you listen to Delon. I did not speak for him when he said, "Oh, you know, we did not." That Delon's supposed to tell you he not know practically. A president makes trip here and there, short trips, long trips here and there, and definitely practically, a president wouldn't always use a commercial flight. Practically, Delon knows that, and Delon should understand that. So Delon tell you that, oh, we not really understand how the thing is to where did it? That won't part no, not true, because Delon has been in this country for years. And, you know, at a point in time, he worked alongside Ellen Johnson. She was president of Liberia, right? I'm sure he did not see her use commercial flights like all the time. I'm sure he saw her use private jet.
Good.
But because it was George Weah, and we all know the narrative when it comes to George Weah, as long as it is George Weah, whatever he does, definitely it is wrong. If George Weah plays music, it is wrong. If George Weah dances, it is wrong. Joseph Boakai and his wife, when they dance, it is right. Joseph Boakai and his wife, when they're going to jet off Liberia to Ghana, that is right. When George Weah does it, it is wrong. So they already created this standard that anything George Weah do in Korea, anything George Weah do like bad thing, like wicked thing. In fact, he was intentional about suffering Liberians. He was intentional about putting Liberians through difficult moments in the country when he was aware of how hard the country was. He was aware, you know, how Liberians were struggling to send their kids to school, to even find food to eat on a daily basis. That was exactly some of the things they said. They said a whole lot. And Delon there or on Facebook, Delon became a talk show host, in fact. On social media, he had a whole podcast. He would invite some of his friends. They would talk about what George Weah was doing. Oh, he finished traveling again on this side, or he go to the what he going for. Then he said they didn't understand the intent of the travel being made, or the different travels made by George Weah as president, when he is supposed to be knowledgeable of the fact that as a president, you have different trips across the country. You have to go to Ghana. You have to go to Nigeria. You have to meet your counterparts. You have to meet just different people across the world. And you wouldn't just sit back and say, oh, you booking a commercial flight. Oh, practically, you would need to jet off at a point in time. So Delon saying they didn't understand that, Oliver, I think number one, that's another part that is a lie. That's not an honest thing for him, because he should know better. He should understand a lot of things that people out there do not understand. Another thing, since Joseph Boakai as Liberia's president, since he has been traveling from one end to another, we're in 2025. Did JMB start to jet out of Liberia just this year? No. It started last year, 2024. 100%. Delon did not say anything about it. That's another contradiction. That's another, dishonesty. Because if you want to tell Liberians, oh, let me say sorry to George Weah. Right now, we're talking about the apology to George Weah. That apology should be going to Liberians as well. Because Liberians were deceived. And I'm saying this to me, our society in some ways, Oliver, there's gullibility. And there's no other way you would say that without saying it. There are people who are gullible in Liberia. And it doesn't take a lot of energy to actually sway that their intentions, to sway that, their decision making ability, right? So some of the things that were said, oh, y'all be saying on your job, we are getting in private jet, him going visit a friend, going do this, do that. It did not start today. It started last year.
That's correct.
Because Joseph Boakai officially took office January of last year. So this is not the first time. So if Delon is being honest, or he wants to be honest, I think he would have talked about this last year. He would have said that maybe in the first 2-3 months last year. Oh, you're sorry. Oh, we didn't know this, that. Just at that point, I would have said, yeah, maybe he's been really, really honest about it. And he's really sincere about his apology to former President George Weah. Or he's really honest about his apologies to Liberians. But now, listening to Dylan, no. I think this is just another one again for like people to say, oh, we tell us that the men are honest men, even though he not right, maybe he not right on the private jet with the president, he's still telling us that. I'm not sure that it's still working, and I don't know if it is going to work. But we have over thousands of people in Liberia. Just Monserrate County alone, we have thousands of people here, and they are following what's happening on a daily basis. So Delon wouldn't sit here, a man who claims, to be honest, a man who claims to be fair in his doings, very sincere at about that point. He wouldn't sit here and tell Liberians that he did not understand the intent of George Weah's trip when he knew exactly. I will not say he knew. He knows exactly. As a president, you have to make several trips everywhere. And when you're making trip, the trip that you can be now, it will be announced, oh, the president going to meet the person, meet that person. So they call it a call. I think he did a great job. I don't know if it was a girl or a boy or a man or a woman, but the person did a great job to have raised that as a comment, because I'm not sure we're going to hear about it.
Okay.
Maybe at one point he will say, coming to say again, oh, maybe I know who you're going to shame now in real life, but this should not have a space in our society in real life. If you want to be fake, we have a lot of fake politicians. Some of them, they're elected lawmakers, senators. They don't go about making statements on a daily basis because they're aware. But if you have already painted a picture in the minds of Liberians that you are this, and people have already seen you differently from what you said you were, or from what you have claimed to be, like the light, right? And now you are in a space where everybody knows now, hey, you're being fake, hey, you're not being honest, you're being unfair to Liberians. Like, you were just saying it because you were not in the position to do so, or maybe the person you supported or you support was not in the position to do so. Now that the person you support, like 100%, you supported that person before and you're still supporting the person is now president. The person is now doing what you claimed. All of the things you claimed were wrong. The person is now doing all those things. And you sit here and you're saying you're rendering an apology to former President George Weah because you did not understand. Mr. Dillon, Senator Dillon, I wouldn't be here as one of the people who will believe that you do not understand, or you did not understand back then what George Weah, as president of Liberia, had to travel, using private jet. You didn't understand the intent. You didn't understand all the different things. But now, because it is Joseph Boakai as Liberia's president, you understand everything. So that's exactly what you're trying to say. So if you want to be a hypocrite, be a proud one. If you want to be someone who's fake, be a proud one. So you don't have to continue to push this picture of being an honest guy. You don't have to do so. You don't owe that to anybody.
Okay.
We get plenty of people and they want to honest in the country. Nobody caring it.
Pass it on to me.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Pass the on to me. Go ahead.
So look, let me say this to this senator. No, I mean, forget that bestie thing. It has reached to the point where they don't just shut up and leave us alone. And I'm going to be very clear about this thing. They should shut up and leave us alone in this country. This man was the chief of office staff to Senator Snow at the time he was Speaker of the House. This man worked with Bronski, worked with TC Gu. He flew around the world with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. He was a buddy to Robert Sirleaf. Stayed a long time in government and is knowledgeable enough on how the presidency is sacred. How the presidency, the office of the president, he's aware of how it is big. How it is so strong enough that it will require dispensation. He's aware. He knew that as a certain president, when you are having a trip to Dubai or a trip to America, you don't need to wait for Aska Airline to Accra, where the waiting time will be about 2-3 hours. You gotta wait for Ethiopia Airline from Addis Ababa 4-5 hours. Imagine president in the terminal waiting for commercial flight, almost 4-5 hours. He's aware. He understands the difficulties associated with connecting flights. Those of you who now fly airplane before, you know what I'm talking about. It is so boring. Sometimes you go to the airport, people sleeping in the seats. As a president, you will not want to go through that. Thankfully, President Weah's friend, somewhere in Togo, I mean, the recording here, we can play it, provided him an aircraft to be using as president of the country. That private jet business we couldn't hear in this country.
Oh, it was serious.
Delon will go to Bonavie, 1603, Stephen Tower, Aaron F, all over the country and start causing the Joe, we are riding private jet, why are you not eating? Joe, we are riding private jet, why are you hungry? Joe, we are riding private jet, why you got AIDS? Why you got gonorrhea? Why you got all the things, everything he said it. This senator should shut up. He has no moral ground to talk the things he's saying.
That's it.
You sat down, you made everything. He's aware. He knows exactly that a Liberian president, or a president for that matter, would need some form of dispensation when he or she is traveling. He's aware. But the reason why they took it upon themselves to criticize President Weah was because they thought Weah didn't deserve the presidency. They thought a George Weah was not supposed to be president of the country, and so even if he was entitled to those presidential treatments, even if you were entitled to all of those things that will come as different packages to the presidency, they felt that in as much as they did not endorse him mentally to be president, all those things that he would need as a functioning president, they felt that it was not important for him. No. They didn't think that it would be a nice thing to have a president giving dispensation in travels. So they don't made it out of noise. They shameful senator because he has a president who he has believed in his mind is good enough to be president. And because that president has started flying private jet to Ghana, including FOIA.
Domestically.
Imagine from Moreover to Florida. If the fact that president who he thinks is the right man to be president is violating what he believes to be a law or to be a crime, because that is happening, so he want to pretend and come up and say, okay, you know what? For us to justify President Baka flying private jet to go to FOIA, for us to justify President Baka flying jet to go to Ghana, 2 times in 1 week, for us to justify using private jet to go ship Mahama here, you come back, to ride private jet again, go attend Mahama inauguration and come back, for us to justify it, let me apologize to George Weah. Then CDC people seeing it stupid, they will say, yeah, definitely apologize to George Weah, so we accept it. That's true. No, sir, you may think the people are fools, but they are not. They are referring that to you. No, they're informing you that when you think they are foolish, they are not. Go find food people other places. They know that you are fake. And that's why you have to shut up. You need to shut up. You are not the moral for us to say the things you're saying. You are only embarrassed over the fact that Liberians have begun to question your sincerity. These things made you senator. The election with Tifa, the election with Polita, these things made you senator. You went to the people and told them, this government, the CBC government is proceeding wrong way. Joe, we are just riding private jet, and you allow Tifa go. It means you are supporting private jet. You made these comments to the voters. They heard these things. They believe that through you there will be transformation in their lives. They thought you were sincere about these statements you were putting forth. They thought through your political propaganda, your messaging, the change that they anticipated would have come to them. They went to work and made you senator. You lied to them that you could not change anything because the person who was president was not from your party. All right, Joe, we are saying, I can't do nothing once Joe, we are in power. Y'all listen to me and make Joe Baga president. When Baga become president, everything you see me being putting as senator, we will make sure that President Baga will do it. This private jet nonsense will stop. We'll take the money and put it in your pocket. We'll take the money and put it in your school. We'll take the money and put it in your energy, in your road. These are the things you told the Liberian people. Because you shamelessly had the opportunity to sit in the same private jets President Baga is renting around here, paying serious money for. Because you had the opportunity to ride some of them. So you come back now to justify, because the next thing, some of the cameras would have caught him entering one of the private jets. So he said, okay, before the camera catch me, let me go and because Joe, to be popular in Liberia, you must cause him. to be popular, just say something about president. We are in the country, you'll be popular. So to justify that issue of Ryan private jet, he said, let me just apologize to Georgia people. Then the anger they get for me. No. They are more angry with you. Because you allow this fakeness to push a lot of Liberians into making decisions today that's confronting this country. See the kind of country you get, Delon. See the kind of country you get because of somebody lie, somebody be misconception. They open your mind and say, because we did not know. The journalist asking, Judah just asking, why you apologizing? Listen to that kind of thing.
Those who listen. Let me address this private jet issue. My response may not go down well. Darius Dera, who campaigned against private jet, use of private jet against President Weah. I want to publicly apologize to President Weah. Why? Because we did not understand the constraints and the reasons and the justification for using private jet. Right? Because we did not understand the constraints and the reasons and the justification for using private jet.
Look at this.
People who claim to be sophisticated.
Look at what the senator is spewing. Imagine what the senator is spewing out. Listen to that kind of thing. Because we did not know the importance. You did not know the importance of private jet. You knew the importance. You knew that it was wrong for a certain president to sit in an airport terminal. For example, Kotoka Airport. So imagine the certain president is sitting in the airport terminal, and you waiting. You and Lebanon men passing around, smoking cigarette all around you in the terminal.
The lounge,
in the VIP lounge, they're smoking cigarette around you. The certain president there. Airport, a place where BM can be, Arrow can be there. Everybody traveling, you know who is who. This Delon and his colleagues knew that it was terrible for a certain president to be subjected to those kind of conditions. But because it was George Weah who was president, and they thought that George Weah didn't deserve that dignity. He didn't deserve that dispensation. And so they made it a serious point of contention. Because you want Liberians to openly accept Joe Baka flying of private jet, even to Lofa, to Foya your home. And you come up, you think you will apologize to them from a filmset perspective, and they just go singing hallelujah, thank you, the Lord, we hear you, that true.
Use of private jet against President Weah. I want to publicly apologize to President Weah. Why? Because we did not understand the constraints and the reasons and the justification for using private jet.
Look at that.
We did not understand.
Look at that. We did not understand. You did not. You not understand.
We understand that. You've been around.
That you can understand. That you did not understand. You guys knew. But you felt, oh no. I will be saying that Jerry will be flying private jet. We told Liberian people that bulk of the criticism against Weah were basically not because he was doing what was perceived to be bad. And we said it. God is my witness. All of you on this radio know that I've said this thing timeless, on timeless occasion. Unless I've been saying it, Austin been saying it, everybody on the radio been saying it. That it has never been about what has been perceived to be bad. It has been about who is perceived to be doing the bad thing. They were not causing trouble in the country between 2018 to 2023 because they were actually vexed with the things that were happening. No. They were terrorizing this country. They were politically terrorizing Liberia, sponsoring people to burn tires and do all kinds of things. Because they needed an opportunity to sit and do what they thought was bad. Today, because he's given a chance as chairman on the House's Committee on Foreign Affairs to be traveling with the president here and there, so he is now happy. And the way to validate the violation of what was perceived to be wrong is to can't do one film say apology. We don't need it from you. You are not a moral authority. You are not. You can't be the one to tell us, the important. No. Don't tell us. We don't need it from you. As far as we are concerned, President Baka should stop flying private jet because he is wasting the Liberian people money as George Weah was doing.
And suffering Liberian people intentionally.
He's wasting money that should be going in the pockets of Liberians, that should be feeding Liberians, and he should stop. Nobody will endorse it. If George Weah become president tomorrow, if it means he will use NTA bus to go to Ghana, he will use it. But nobody is going to help you to validate what was believed to be wrong yesterday. And because you want to do it, and you come and say, no, let's do it. You want to change the rules in the middle of the game? It doesn't work that way. The football game already on. They say, okay, they want to game in the 6 minutes.
Ref, stop. Wait.
Anybody want the ball with a hand for now to go? Enough. Come on. We don't change the rules of the game in the middle of the game, Dylan. We don't do it. It was bad for Weah to have done it. He got voted against for it. The people made him one-term president because of that. It is a crime that he committed. It is a burden that he is bearing today. And so he paid for it. That's why he's former president. That's why he doesn't have security anymore around him. That's why he doesn't have the control of the budget anymore. The man you made president will not use private jet. If he continues to use it, no problem. It means he's deciding to do his own thing. But the Liberian people will understand and know he betrayed them, that he told them one thing and he was doing something else. That you come and tell us whether it's correct or not. Because we did not know.
How did we not know that?
Today, tomorrow, we're on the conversation. We are not leaving it. And that's what we say every day. All of the lies that were told against the former government, every day you guys will come out and confess. I'm only disappointed in some of your people who got misled. You see how you're making the United Partisan shame? Look at everything I'm playing outside there on the radio, in the buses. Everybody in the transport buses, the UP people now. That monster for the tire now. They're confused. You think that thing you're talking a good thing you're saying? You think you are being honest and fair to them? You are disappointing a lot of people who thought this government was the best option. You know what people saying now? It was better to keep we are there. Oh yes, the last time you saw Spoon Evan go do opinion pool. Those are raw facts from the field. Raw facts from the field. And you sit here and you come and say this and that. No, sir. You can't do it. You are not the voice. You can never be. You can't say because who didn't? You knew. You did that out of envy. You thought because when they tell your age from Doria age, it will not be more than 10. So you thought, oh, my age, how the man will be riding private jet. That envy. Insecurity. That all. Oh, we got Baga there, but that's your choice. So it's good. Then you want the whole country. You think the country will live based on your feelings, based on your emotions? You think we're going to operate on your standard? That when you feel it is better, then everybody must say, yeah. They don't say, okay, so let's do it. They don't say, no, you are not going to be used as a barometer to determine the standard of this country. You're not going to be used. You criticize the use of private jet. You made it clear that Liberian president should not use it, and no president will use private jet in this country. If the president of this country, President Baga, want to continue using private jet against the suffering of the Liberian people, let it continue. But you will not come and beautify it. You will not come and attempt to pacify the anger of the Liberian people. What do you think you're doing? You think everybody in the country foolish? That everybody will sit down and allow you, that when you read it, you say, this is why the country should go. The whole country follow you. This is why the country, no. The country is not going to be teleguided. It was wrong yesterday. It is wrong today. If you cannot muster the courage to tell Mr. Baga to stop flying private jet, you shut up. Don't tell anything because we don't want to hear you. The only thing we can listen to you to say is go back to OKFM and tell Julius, Julius, I am going to write the president to stop using private jet. We told the Liberian people that the president should not be using private jet. That way we move here. He cannot be using private jet in the same vein. If you have said that on Julius show, we will start to hear you. But what you went to do was to justify evil, and it doesn't make you any different. So you thought we'll clap for you on the radio because you will say that thing. You're joking. It's not true. If you think and sincere about this, your advocacy, go back on the radio and tell Julius, I will write Braca to tell Braca to stop. Because you know what we told the Liberian people? That you now know the importance of riding private jet. That you 6-7 callers. We'll start with the conversation tomorrow. But we're not taking 6-7 callers. And I'll ask him question what our Liberians to do at the call. So keep the cash giveaway coming in. The GJ standard number will pay you some money. Keep it coming in. Very shortly. Let's get to 5 callers and we go. We beg him very well. We're begging him 5 callers, then we go. This apology, is it a slap in the face of the Liberian people? Is he insulting the Liberian people, or he's being honest? Quickly, let's take the first 6 callers, and we call it a day. This person, go ahead. 1 minute.
I don't know, Oliver. Let me say hi to our sister there. This is Edmo car.
Go ahead.
I keep it for to the fire to this way. Opportunity made him machine. I saw something on Facebook. I saw somebody posted. When the guy will start making a machine, I made my machine. That statement was disgraceful. As physicians that supported person, we are a continuous standing with him. We will not accept that apology. Let you take that apology. As far as we are concerned, as me, saying yesterday it was wrong for a president to run a private jet. Today it is wrong for Blacker to run a private jet.
Thank you. We take the other person. Go ahead. Let's hear you quickly. No time. How are you, sir? Quickly, 30 seconds. No time.
Those are circumstances. Those people are hypocrites. So, thank you.
Thank you very much. Hypocrite. Let's leave you and take the person. Go ahead. 1 minute. No time.
Good evening.
Good evening, Chief. Let's hear you, sir.
Okay, my name is Julius Chedalian, and I'm calling you from District 17 to the Destiny Central Region.
Delon, apologize to President Weah. What do you say? Quickly, no time.
Look, that apology is senseless. And it made no sense to the Liberian people. For Delon to come out and tell the Liberian people that he never knew the importance of President riding back jet. Okay, what was Delon when he was not right? What was it to not right? Is that before he knows the importance?
Okay, Delon shouldn't lie to us. Thank you. We'll leave you right there. Let's talk to the other person. Then we'll take 2 more and go home. Go ahead. Let's hear you. 1 minute.
Hello, okay.
How are you, ma'am? Quickly, no time.
Hello, Inessa. Hello. I said, okay. They said they don't know what's going on. He just wanted to say things because he's running campaign now. He always start running a campaign. How many years remaining for him? He's running campaign. So he got nothing to say down there. And today he's talking now. You know what he's saying. He can't blame George. I will get up for him.
Thank you. We leave it right there. We take the other person quickly. No time. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much. My name is Jimmy Boy. I'm calling from the district.
Go ahead, my brother.
Thank you very much. Dallas did not prepare for the Dallas did not last in the best foot and you put it down. Why is it there today? What is the content of as far as concerned the project? What is your project? Take it by the project. What is it?
Thank you.
As far as concerned, we just sit down, President we are come. We'll say over President we are.
We leave it right there. Thank you. Let's take Man City, then we go home. Standing down where it has to come. Go ahead. Let's hear you. 1 minute.
Thank you. Okay. No, they don't look like when you eat or food. I know, and that food go in your system and not good for your system. You have to throw it out. That's the law for you. That's the law for you, my friend. Okay. The next thing, the first thing you give said this thing you were yet. Oh, the place where they lie. Anywhere you pass, they lie. So even for people calling that said the law in the community, in the district. People calling the said the law, they lie. My son, Donald, and all. We go church. The man's a lie. He's showing the people all. How about they make it? He's saying the people are going on. The man, he will remember what in the car. And today you saw him jumping in that car. When you ask him, he said, oh, and they cover the wall, you see, and I buy it, they give it to me. They give me the woman car. And what he said to us, the last time he said, he stole the whole plane ticket that belong for you. And it's a criminal. You see, you can't tell them for the truth, see? What you say on the truth? When you tell him, I say, oh, and I know that it was important. When you know it was important, you will get President Rally Popa to go to America to take because people was there. You know, so you private jet. And now you come with Buaka, now you bring political power. And you think it was so important that they put you private jet. So now you are a fake human being. So why do we flock you from some country? Thank you.
We leave it right there and we'll return here on tomorrow. This conversation is not going to end today. It would not end today. We are having it tomorrow by the grace of God. But Delon, you can think the people are foolish. You can fool some of the people some of the time. You cannot fool all of the people all of the time. It has caught up with you. It's either you tell Mr. Braga to stop flying private jet or you shut up. You are not the moral voice to say anything here. We'll return on tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.